Hello everyone. El St. John, along with me, my son Ben.
Yes, hello there and welcome everybody.
Okay, my dear friends, another wonderful and very important tip to manifest him or her back into your life. Okay, remember, we've talked about the most important, which is you, the most important person, to be at his or her best. You must feel good. You must leave any heartbreaking symptoms, any negativity behind.
Right.
And when you love someone, when you truly love someone, there is a space for forgiveness, right? So when there's a space for forgiveness, there's a space for wanting the best for that person, right? So it's so important, my dear friends, that, if you really want your loved one back, you step back from that tough moment, okay? You accept it, that this is what happened. My loved one and I are not together, but my heart and the road is open for him or her to step back into our life. Something very important. You must be self-sufficient when it comes to happiness. Whether you're with your loved one as we speak, or you're not with him. I hear a lot of people telling me, I'll be happy when he comes back. Okay, it works the other way around.
Yes, it does.
If you can get yourself happy, self-sufficient in every aspect of your life, okay, you're on the right track to attracting him or her back, or whatever it is that you want in your life. If you see your loved one as a savior, or putting him too high on the pedestal, or looking at him or her as a super duper rock star, then you're actually seeing that person unreachable.
That's right.
And you want that person as normal as you and I are. Reachable. Okay? Because when it becomes so difficult to attract that person back into your life, then you feel angry, you're mad, anything, or if somebody tries to tell you something, you lose it because you feel so empty. And when you are self-sufficient, okay, for your happiness, remember, the other person doesn't really determine your happiness. He helps out. She helps out, definitely. But it really is up to you, because you could be with that loved one and be unhappy. And what you want to do, your goal is to be happy with or without that person, always. So that when he steps back, your happiness keeps going because you produce it on your own.
That's right.
Your heart is open to happiness and goodness no matter what. Yes, there will be tough days. Yes, there are tough days. But you are strong enough to overcome them on your own.
That's right.
You don't need anything or anyone else.
No.
Self-sufficiency, very, very important.
Yes.
Very important. Okay? And thanks to feeling that happiness of self-sufficiency, the key here is not beating yourself, okay, for wanting your loved one and not having him or her. The key here is restoring that happiness within you. And this makes you an awesome magnet to manifest who you want or what you want. I have a letter here that was sent to me by Lori. I have her permission to share this manifestation testimony. And she was at that point. She was at the point of control. She was so upset that she was no longer with her boyfriend, that she was losing control, that she was in fear, that she was going to lose him completely, that he was going to forget about her. And just very depressed, really, really taking it hard, and just couldn't jump out of that depression. Okay. And I'm going to read this paragraph that she wrote here. It says, I hated him for leaving me, but I wanted him back so bad. I was so furious, and on Facebook I saw he was having so much fun without me. How could that be? How could this be? I asked myself constantly. While I was crying my soul out for him, missing and waiting for him, he was having so much fun. The day you, Al, told me to let go for real of the control, I was so angry, and way deep inside of me, I knew you were right. I started to forgive myself. Yes, forgive myself for feeling and bringing to my thoughts wanting to be in control of another person who, as myself, deserves to be happy. I became happier the moment I decided to wish him well, but yet know that he would step back into my life. I honestly wanted him right now, right this very second. But I knew that was nearly impossible because, in all honesty, I was still so much a wreck that it would only wreck our relationship again. I followed your advice on looking for something else and more to do. I started to take online classes that would not interfere with my full-time job. I must say, this was the moment I started to get excited about myself instead of just thinking and wanting Walter back in my life. Yes, I was sure that he was and still is the love of my life. But yes, you were so right. I needed to detach. And the only way that I found how to detach was taking other classes online. I took a French class. I took a writing class. I'm still working on my writing because I've never been good in writing. But I have fun. I have fun. For once in a very, very long time, I was beginning to feel happy again. And all I really needed was myself. One day, as I was returning from a trip, I was so anxious for our Skype session that I had scheduled for that day. And to tell you all about my trip, as we came down, my friends and I came down the mountains, that they had gone to the mountains. Right when the Wi-Fi kicked in, or the data kicked in, it says something about internet here. I could barely read it. Don't have my glasses. But anyways, that's exactly when the text message came through. And it was the text message from Walter. Okay, this is what she had been wanting for such a long time, but kept putting it back and back. It kept going further and further because of that anxiety in her of having him back, of manifesting him back. And the moment she released all that tension, all that anxiety, all that I gotta have him, when, she says there, she started taking classes. She went on trips with her friends. And that's exactly when she started to feel better, to feel happy, self-fulfilled. Her happiness was coming from her. It wasn't coming because another person was giving her happiness. Okay? She was making her own happiness.
Exactly.
And they were coming down from the mountains, they tripped to the mountains and they were on their way back, right when her phone was able to catch onto data, internet, whatever it's called, service, phone service, she got a text from him. And from then on, they began to talk. Okay? And I was coaching her 3 times a week for roughly, before this happened, I would say about 3 months in a row. In the beginning, she was very down, felt very down, okay? We all feel that way. I've been there myself. But the moment, the miracle, the magic happens when you start opening up to happiness, self-fulfilled happiness, where you don't need anything or anyone else to keep you happy. Because you can be with the love of your life, but also be unhappy. I know I've come across many people like this. But when you make your own happiness, it's magical.
It is.
You become extremely attractive and attracted.
And magnetic.
Exactly. You become a magnet for manifestations, my friends.
Yeah, you do.
Because you're happy with what you got. You understand what you're going through. You still allow and strive for happiness. And from there, your vibration shifts.
Yeah, it does.
To one of feeling like you can have anything.
Yeah.
You're a conqueror. You're conquering. You're magnetizing whoever or whatever you want. So, yes, the instant manifestation happens the moment you shift that vibration to a positive one. When you are grateful and thankful to the universe, to the Most High, to God, LOA, for what you have right now, and you make the most of what you have, okay, right now, other things begin to attach to you, to latch on to you, because you're no longer offering the vibration of I need. It's something that you want, and it's something that you get.
Exactly.
Because you work on it. You work on it. You work on it by believing, by every day nourishing that belief of, I know that I've got it. I may not see it right now, right in front of me, but I know it's coming. And it works in many things. If you are wanting more money, it eventually makes its way to you.
It does.
If you detach. Same thing. If you want a specific person in your life, he or she makes her way or his way to you. Because you've detached, you've set out the intention, and that manifestation has nowhere else to go but to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's understanding the concept that if it's 2, 3, or 4 days from now, it's because you are ready. Your vibration has been calling that person. And there's no doubt. And there's happiness. And there's goodness. And that's what makes you a magnet to manifest anything you so much want.
Yeah.
Okay, my dear friends, we're going to leave you with this. It's a little long video, but the bottom line is self-fulfillment.
Exactly.
Happy with you. You.
Exactly.
And when you are happy, anything, it's a positive vibration that anything you want attaches to you. Okay? Okay, so we're going to leave you with that. Leave your comments down below, and we're going to keep talking more about this subject on our podcast. Okay? Thank you for helping me.
No worries. But yeah, the podcast.
Yes, we're going to keep talking more about this, and it'll be named continuation video or continuation to the YouTube video.
Right.
Okay, so you can listen to us on the go. Visit our website
at www.roseforyoursoul.com. Like this video and please subscribe to this channel. And of course, like as we mentioned, follow us and hear us on the go on Rose for Your Soul podcast, and the platforms are right down below on the screen and on the description below.
Until next time, my friends.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.